Welcome back to Millersylvania State Park. This is one of our favorite parks. This was a bittersweet trip because CC, our motorhome, as we were towing our tow vehicle to Jeep Liberty, something happened. I don't know if it got shifted into 4 low, but we really screwed the transmission up on this trip. But we did bring some friends with us to the park this time. We brought Fred and Delinda last time. This time we brought Pam and Henry to the park, and they definitely enjoyed the park because bringing them to the park, and I think they were really impressed with that park because they went out and started calling people saying, "Oh, we got to come here to this park because it's pretty nice." But Millersylvania State Park was created by a collaboration of people, and then you can see in the video here there were a lot of minorities that worked on this park. This was during the Depression, and the park became pretty successful and famous. Unfortunately, the people that worked on the park kind of ran out of town, but the park overall has been a booming success. There's a few access paths and places to get on the lake. There's fish throughout the lake. There's 2 swim areas. Kids love this park. I mean, it's a joy just to see how much fun the kids have at the park. We went out on our kayak, and our buddy had their Zodiac boat, and we're fishing, catching fish. We shouldn't say fishing, it should be catching. This adventure was a little bittersweet for us because we towed our tow vehicle down, and somehow the transmission engaged and we burned up the transmission. But hey, that's living life. You gotta take the good with the bad. And in this case, it was the bad because one of the mechanics was trying to charge us $8,500 for a transmission, which is just nuts. You can see here my success on the lake. These are some beautiful trout we caught. We actually fried these trout up for dinner. Yeah, like I said, a lot of fun. Lake's not very big. It's called Deep Lake, but it's definitely not very deep. And as you can see, my wife, she likes to get it in. She is, the charcuterie board, the wine was flowing. And now, after that, all that food and drink, it's time to get on the bikes and let's ride. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna ride our bikes around the park just to check it out. It also gives us a little chance to get some exercise in. Yeah, this bike ride was kind of twofold. This was a ride that actually occurred on our pedal bikes, and we have upgraded our pedal bikes to e-bikes, which we love to death. But just a ton of beautiful trails and a lot of things to see. Really enjoyed ourselves. Photo opportunities. There's some not really brackish water, but like stagnant type water that runs off. There's really no stagnant water. The water is all flowing. But there's roughly 4 miles of trail, so you can do round trip maybe 8 miles. There's Quarry Lake, and then you also have Deep Lake. Quarry Lake is a pretty fun lake to ride around. If you like to be secluded and skinny dip, go to Quarry Lake. As you can see there, the group was taking photos in front of a very large tree. This is a tree that we found the first year we went there, and we were just so impressed by the size of it that the group wanted to take photos there. But here we are, the electric bike crew. Me, Henry, Pamela, and Leva. And it is having a good time. This is amazing. The eagle actually came in and showed us who the real fisherman is. It's going to take a fish off the lake. There it is. It grabbed it, and now it's gone. It probably was a trout. If not a trout, a spiny ray. The lake is loaded with bluegill. It's got bass, bluegill, and pumpkin seed, and trout. I go for the trout because they're fun. And this is us. My daughter gave me that big magenta float in the back as a kind of a gag gift for Father's Day. But little did she know, we love that float. We're on a kayak, And Pamela and Henry are on our float. And you can see they're pretty comfortable. They had their life vests on. I don't know if they're strong swimmers or not. But this is the bounty of my venture fishing, because you know I love to fish. And so I like to take these trout home and smoke them up and make a trout salmon dip. And it is really, really good.